Hello, this is a tutorial on using an app called Tellagami. Now this particular app works on iOS devices, so the mobile devices from Apple, so any one of the iPhones. It works on the iPod Touch, and it also works on the iPad, both the iPad traditional size and the iPad mini. And it also, there is this exact same app for the Android line. So if you have an Android smartphone or you have an Android tablet, it will work as well. This is a web or a mobile device app, not a web-based app. So currently there is no web app equivalent. You can't just use a computer and go do this directly on a computer yet. They're supposedly making something like this, but this is primarily a mobile device app. And so I'm going to go ahead and launch that. I'm on an iPad right now. And so I'm going to launch that. Now this is the default window that you're looking at. Now first of all, what does Tellagami allow you to do? Well, basically you would use this tool for things like infographics or digital storytelling. And it allows you to create a 30-second story, if you will. So things like students working on creativity, innovation, it's kind of a BYOD concept with mobile devices. They can clarify their thinking and show that to you. Can be used for some reflective judgment or allow them to form some generalizations about a particular topic, whatever they can do in 30 seconds. And it's also one of the more modern or current ideas of the maker movement, where you have students create something rather than just report back, explore and report back in written format. So basically what you have here is you have a background. You have the ability to change the background. You can change the characters, so forth. Let's look at the toolbar on the left-hand side. You have a reset. You can probably guess what that would do. If you decide that you need to start over, this takes you back to this starting point. So there's a female character here, and I may want to do some changes with the character. Point out a couple of other things to you. Here's a message bubble. Here's the home screen. And preview, when you have your Tellagami completed, what they call the Gami, you can actually hit the preview button and kind of walk through what you have recorded so far to see if you like it. Okay, so character. If I actually tap on the character button, it allows me to change. So this character default is a female. I may actually want to go up here to gender and change that to a male. Now this is the free version. There is also a paid version. I believe it runs $4.99. You don't have to do the paid version. Plenty of cool things you can do with the free version. But with the paid version, you get access to more looks, more hair and shirts and pants and so forth. I don't know how relevant that is that you would have to pay for it. I think this will do enough of what you want to do. So you have some ability to do some things with eyes and heads and skin tone. I'm not going to waste any time doing that, but just so you know, all you have to do is tap on this to see what other kind of choices that you have. So if I wanted to do something different with the hair, I do have a couple of hairs here. Now the one thing I can show you is really all I have the ability to do is change color. So this is the color I have. I could go up and make it a lighter color if that's what I want to do. They don't have gray, which matches my hair, but we'll go with that. Now notice that as far as a hairstyle, they do have some other styles listed here, including nothing. But notice that there's these little lock features. That means that this is part of the paid version. Again, $4.99 if you want to get the paid version of the app, not necessarily recommended. So you're limited in the choices. I don't think these choices really make that much difference as far as what it is that you're going to do. Let's go down and look at the top. And it allows me, in this case, really, again, only to change colors, the particular suit jacket over the shirt. Let's say I'm going to go down to something like that. And so I've changed my top. I can go down to the bottom if I want to do something different with pants. I mean, all you're really doing here is having fun. Again, I can't change the style because these are paid versions, but I can change the color. So I got my pants. I'm not going to deal with shoes, but you can kind of see how that works. So that's the character. I'm just going to work my way down. Again, I have a back button here, which was the reset button before in case I want to make some changes. I've done the character. I now can click on the next icon here, which is emotions. And so I can make myself happy, I can be sad, I can be surprised, I can be angry, scared, what have you. Right now, the default here is neutral. I feel like I'm happy today, so notice we just got a little smile there. Now the background. I'm going to click on the background. And I have some choices here. I can actually go into the library and pull out some images for the background that are already there. I can actually use the camera roll and take a picture of a background. Or I can take a background or grab a background from any image that I may have already saved to my device. I'm going to allow it to access my photos. And there's that money one. That's a little blurry because it's blown up, but so you get the idea. You can add the background. Okay. So at this particular point, we are done. This gives us the ability to then actually create some text or audio. You have the ability to put text in or to put audio in to actually have this individual speak. So we're going to do that right now. So at this particular point, I'm still on background. I'm just going to go ahead and hit the back arrow. And now I have my message. So I'm going to tap on message. And so I have the ability to notice here's my 30 seconds. It looks like if I have the paid version, I can go up to 90 seconds here. And I have some choices. I can actually record myself talking right into my machine, my mobile device, or I can actually hit text and then type, and then there will be a computer-generated male voice that will be a part of this. So let's go ahead and record. Hi, this is Bob Payne. This is a test for Tellagami, a way to record a quick 30-second presentation for infographics or digital storytelling purposes. So I have myself on mute here on the machine, otherwise it would be playing back, and so I'm actually previewing at this point. I can stop the preview, I can actually re-record the whole thing. But let's assume I have used 17 seconds here out of the 30 that's allotted. Now I tripped over my tongue a couple of times, so I would probably want to record this. But let's assume that I got it to where I needed it to be. So if you wanted to have your students maybe take quick 30 seconds, maybe you would like them to do maybe a 30-second spot, a local community outreach or something like that, or a brief 30-second commercial for a product, maybe in a marketing class. You want to put something together, or think about it as a 30-second elevator pitch on a particular idea. So really you can put anything you want in the background, anything that you can get in an image form and load it into the class. And then add either the voice or add the text. Those are your particular choices. I was on voice, but I could actually do text and be able to type. I have some various voices I can choose from. Actually, it looks like the type version looks like all I can do is do the voice record. The type version looks like it's available only if I have the paid version. Again, that's $4.99. I think the voice version would probably work just as well, especially since it has students doing a little oral communication. So at this particular point, assume we have our Tellagami exactly where we want it. We have exactly the setup. We're going to go down here to the bottom left and we're going to touch on the share button. So once you touch on the share button, you have some choices. It can be sent as a text, it can be tweeted, it can go directly to the Facebook account. But the easiest thing to do, I think, is to email it or to save it. If you save it, it ends up going to the camera roll if you're on an iOS device, or the photo drive if you're on an Android device. So that's one option, and then once it's there, you can email it to yourself. So that's this save button up here. But you can go directly to email, and we're creating our GAMI now. And once this is done, you can then pop the email address in of where you would like to ship it to yourself, and then upload it to Blackboard or to send it wherever you need to send it, because you now have the link to this particular presentation. So we were done creating it, and now it is uploading, and so we have it in our email. So just kind of a fun way of using an iOS device or an Android device to do a little digital storytelling or some infographics. Once again, this is a mobile device app, and it's called Tellagami. Tellagami.